Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Guys Chronicles. I'm Steve and I'm here with the magnificent Binh.
Oh, yeah.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about iMovie and Premiere Pro. Bin, what are we going to talk about?
iMovie and Premiere Pro. This video, we're going to demonstrate why one is better than another,
Hmm.
but each of these have they're very different programs and they're suited for different types of editors and people. So which one is better for you? That is a subjective question, which it depends on you, the viewer, or you, the editor. What say you, Steve?
Yeah, it is a very good question, and we are two people to give pretty good answers from different sides of the spectrum. I, as an amateur who uses a Mac, I use iMovie, and I have a few reasons of why I do that, why I don't use why I don't use Final Cut Pro.
Mm.
Obviously, I'm not getting paid for my work. So it's an expense I don't need to incur to pay for Final Cut. iMovie is
Ooh.
free, and free is usually what everyone looks for. So if you have a Mac and you have no budget, or you just, you're not at that point where you want to purchase a software, it comes with your computer. If it doesn't, you could download it for free. That's
Yes.
number one. Number
Hmm.
two, it actually does have a lot of features for free software. You could split clips, add text and transitions, picture in picture. Like when it comes to video and picture editing, it does a lot for YouTube. The one drawback is audio. Like you really can't edit the audio. You could split the clip, but you can't do what you do in Premiere, obviously,
Hmm.
and you don't expect it to for free software. And I'm sure it lacks a lot more professional features, but if you're just new using YouTube and you want to get your videos on there, I would suggest iMovie. If you have a lot of money and you don't care, then fine, go ahead and purchase Final Cut. And Bin will explain to you if you want to go to that next level or just get out of the Mac. What do they call it?
Macworld.
The Mac world. You could
Hmm.
go to Premiere and Adobe, but free is good for me at this point in my life.
Yes.
And yeah, again, an iMovie is for beginners. I mean,
Hmm.
first and foremost, or second and foremost, is it is for beginners. So those
Yes,
are
yes.
pretty much my main reasons. It's free. It's pretty easy to use. It has a lot of features. And four, I don't like to plug myself, but I do have a 6-part iMovie tutorial on my page that I could link you to down below. I can link you
Down
guys
in the
to episode
description.
1. Yep.
Ooh.
So in a couple, a quick 2-minute write up, pretty much. That's why I use iMovie.
Hmm.
Um, Now, Ben will talk about, more advanced users and why he would probably choose Premiere over iMovie, and maybe why this Bindong Mac user does not use Final Cut.
Well, Final Cut is a solid program. I'm not so well versed in Final Cut, but it's $2.99 and it's a very good deal if you do not want to get into the subscription model of
Mm.
Adobe. That is the one thing that you would do, Final Cut or iMovie over Premiere Pro. Now, Premiere is solid in the sense that Adobe offers a slew of programs: Photoshop, After Effects, Illustrator, Media Encoder, which is very nice to export videos. Or you can do, what's the other programs that I don't use? Uh, anyway, they have a bunch
It,
of programs that,
I know.
they have a bunch of programs and they all can be linked together. And that's really good because you can just drop the project from another software into your Premiere Pro timeline, and it'll read it, and you can do live changes on the other program, and it'll translate to Premiere Pro. You don't have to export the video or render out the video or whatever have you, or the image, and then put it into the editor. But that's for me. I'm an Adobe user because I use all of the softwares. If you're into the corporate world or do videos for clients, most of them are with the Adobe suite. But there are clients out there that, might use Final Cut or iMovie, and that's what you got to use because you got to share projects. So that's something you got to take into account? Subscription model, or pay one time? But yes, I've been using Premiere since 1.5, and that goes all the way back to like 2004, I believe. So I've seen it all, and we're at version 14 right now. Premiere Pro has all the features that Final Cut would offer. Steve mentioned about audio. And in iMovie, you don't have all these meters and stuff to edit the audio. So, and audio and sound matters. If people can't hear you, if people don't understand you, then I guess they're not going to watch the video. You can have the shittiest ass video ever, the image quality, and they'll watch the video. But if your audio sucks, then they're not going to watch it. But I mean, I'm not saying that you need to edit the audio, but the things are there to be more creative in Final Cut, and everything's there with a Premiere. Literally everything that you can do in Audition. Oh, that was the application I was looking for. Audition is the audio editor for Adobe, and the Apple world has an audio editor, which is a really good editor, and it's called Logic. I mean, Logic is where it's at. It's Logic or Pro Tools, but that's not this video. And I don't know how to use either one of those programs. But
Actually, I do know how to use Pro Tools.
I know a lot of audio engineers that can run circles around me in the audio world. And I know quite a bit in audio too. I'm more of a visual guy. But having used iMovie, they call it the magnetic timeline, which is really weird for me because I know I've been with Adobe for so long, but everything like connects like Legos in iMovie, which is kind of cool. I physically have to move things in Premiere to make it all connect together. But yeah,
it is pretty cool, actually. And
Yeah.
I did not even know you could turn it off until I accidentally turned it off last week, and I did not know what was going on. And then I fixed it. But you don't need it to be on, but it is very helpful, especially for ease of use. Like dropping some text on top, it just clicks. Like you just split the clip you want. You don't even have to split the clip. As long as you have your playhead like where you want it, the playhead stays, and then the picture or the text, once you drag it down, it'll just click right to the playhead. It's pretty cool. And I think that Final Cut is like the exact same thing, just with a ton more features.
Yes, Final Cut is literally iMovie on steroids. It has a ton of pro features that most people, like vloggers and YouTubers, probably don't need, because there's actually a lot of channels that use iMovie exclusively to edit their videos. Remember, content is king. Content will push your videos. Well, if you do other things on YouTube, but anyway, if your content sucks, no one's gonna watch it. End of story. I don't care how much editing you put into that video, but the magic happens in the edit. But you gotta tell your story. The content has to be good, has to be edited nicely. Some people, it flows well, and you can do that in any editor. I mean, if you go to my channel and watch my videos, or you go to Steve's channel and watch his videos, you can make the videos that we make with any editor, whether it's iMovie, Premiere, DaVinci Resolve. What's the other ones out there? We have Hit Film from, I don't know who makes Hit Film anyway. It used to be Sony, but there's Filmora out there. You can make them. You can pretty much do everything that we do or any other video editor do in any video software. It really is like when we're comparing iMovie and Premiere Pro. Do you want a subscription model? Do you really need all of the features that Premiere Pro offers to you? Are you actually going to use it? Because if you're just going to move videos from your folder or whatever have you, your project folder, into the timeline or your project, and just cut and paste and all that and move files together or move videos together, do you really need a subscription model? if you're not going to edit the audio, you probably don't need to have Final Cut or Premiere Pro right now. I mean, iMovie is very powerful. And sorry, non-Mac people, if you don't have a Mac, then you can't use iMovie. But HitFilm Express is free. That is another option that you can look into. And I actually really like the Filmora products if you want to have a one-time buy. I think it's like $60 or what have you, and you can find discounts. But yeah, you can do anything in any of the editors. The only thing different is your workflow. Your workflow is going to be different between the editors, but as long as you have an idea of how you want the video to be and you know how to use the tools, you can make the tools work for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And something I just thought of, regardless of if the software is free or subscription. Oh, you all right?
I just missed my mouth. It's all good. I'm drinking tea, guys. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. Regardless of if the software is free, subscription, or paid, I think this saying goes for like any kind of creation of anything. Like if you're building a house or if you're building a car, like garbage in, garbage out. Like I could shoot a video in my room and use iMovie. You could shoot a video in your room and use iMovie, but you have more professional lighting than I do. You have better mics than I do. So you're getting a better product into your software even before I start editing. So whereas I could get a good product out right now, if you have good lighting, it makes a bunch of difference than kind of like trying to adjust in post. And I'm just talking about like iMovie. I don't know if if you put like shitty lighting into Premiere, if you could fix that, in post.
You can always fix anything in post, but the question is, how much time are you willing to put to fix said image or video? I'm a big advocate for get it right in camera, because what a 2 or 3 second change might be on set might be an hour worth of edits in a photo or a video. It's so much easier to do it in camera when you actually capture the image. Yes, After Effects is there, or I'm not sure what's on the Apple side. There used to be something called Motion, but I know you can do a lot of it in Final Cut too. So if you do a lot of compositing work, After Effects, Final Cut is where it's at for that too. After Effects is the other side where you can do all the cool things that Hollywood does. Oh yeah, so now we're talking about composition. So composition is like, stacking videos or photos or layers on top of an image or a video to make said video. Like if you go see my videos, I layer a lot of things, and I'll do, how-tos and stuff, and live things, Patreon that was description. But yes, and iMovie, that brings a good point. Now we're talking about compositions. I believe you can only have like 3 layers in three visual layers in iMovie, where Final Cut and like Premiere is going to be unlimited. So you can stack a million things on each other.
Yep. I think you get like the video layer if you want to put a picture overlay, and then you could put text on top of all of that. I've never actually tried like 3 layers of video or 3 layers of pictures. I've never done that, but from my experience, I think it's 3.
Yeah, you can put like a logo here, a fire here, a little light ball on top of Steve, all in the same video thing. But yes, layers. That's a big thing. But 3 layers. I mean,
not everyone's putting the Emperor from Star Wars into their videos.
I mean, straight cut videos. I mean, most people are not going to layer that stuff. Let's be honest. You're only going to layer stuff when you're getting into more advanced stuff, and most beginners won't need it.
Another important part of shooting your video, and Binh would like to tell everyone out there to remember to turn your microphone on.
Amateur mistakes.
Amateur mistakes.
Amateur mistakes. So, story time. This is kind of cool. We had 14 minutes of this video around there. I'm doing a timer, but story time. So I am converting over to Sony. I haven't officially said it on my channel yet, but if you're watching this channel, then good for you because you get the inside information. But I am moving over to Sony, and that's why I'm starting to put out more 4K content. And with that Sony stuff, I bought a A7S Mark III, and we just actually did a video of the A7 III, and we talked about it. And I said I had an A7S III, but I unboxed my A7S III. And I used my A7 II to record it, but I decided I wanted to shoot this video with a Sennheiser MKE 440 mic, which is a double shotgun mic, left and right. But you literally have to turn the mic on. So, like, working mic. Yes, a mic, it picks up audio when it's on. I did not turn this mic on. Amateur mistakes. And I talked to the camera for a good 30 minutes, and I did not know my mic was off until I shot the next video, and I started, trying to watch it back to make sure my framing is good. I'm like, oh, snap. Now I looked at my other videos, like, oh, amateur mistakes. So, in my defense, I suck, but the only reason why I didn't check the mic is because I got spoiled with Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, which turns on automatically when the camera is on, and I just forgot to turn on the mic. Thanks, Sennheiser. Sennheiser MKE 440 mic is solid though, very bright mic compared to the Rhodes. But that's my little story time of amateur mistakes.
We could leave a timestamp on this video if you want to go straight to story time.
Oh yeah, we'll put some chapters. I have one of my super fans on my channel. She did a lot of my chapters, the Thrifty Fawn. Thank you very much for doing my chapters for my top viewing videos. And it's nice to have somebody's input on these chapters because they're a little more, way more. How do I say it? Better than what I do, because I'm pretty bland on my chapters, and wow, okay, this is kind of cool. And it's kind of cool when other viewers have said, oh, thank you for the chapters on those videos. That's kind of cool. But thank you. That's thank you on this channel. I know you watch this video. Hopefully you do.
Yep. And I definitely thank you for even mentioning it, because I didn't even know YouTube had chapter markers. And now since that day, I always use chapter markers, even though my videos are usually 5 to 12 minutes. Still, if I'm teaching somebody 2 or 3 things, they might not need to learn 2 or 3 things. They might not only need one of them. So it's really helpful. They don't have to watch a 12-minute video if they could just skip to minute 5 and just watch for a couple of minutes.
See, now we're getting off topic, but
I don't know how we got here.
This is good. This is good. I mean, we already got up to our main content with the first 15 minutes, and now we're talking about the story time, and now we're talking about chapters things. But yeah, chapters is solid because you can skip between the videos, and we should actually put chapters in this video so we can have this. But I mean, chapters are nice because it sucks for the viewer, the creator sometimes, because they can go through the video without watching it. But if you're watching a video again and you want to go to a certain point, it's there. Oh yeah. And hint, when you make a video and you export it, when you're watching it, you might as well start jotting down chapters if you're doing the YouTube life, because man, yeah, chapters is life right now. But thank you guys for watching this video and going with us on this rant for story time and chapters. Oh yeah, I am Binh, and that is Steve. I'm not sure where he's at on this. Because Zoom does some weird stuff sometimes. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's there, sometimes he's there. Sometimes we did a speak of you 2 videos ago. But where can I find you, Steve?
You can find me at excuse me. You can find me on Twitter at Strange177A, and you can find me on Instagram at 31photography, and you could find me on my YouTube page, which I said earlier I have a iMovie tutorial on, and we'll put that link in the description below because I don't have a URL.
Definitely check out the iMovie tutorials on Steve's YouTube page, link in the description. And on top of that, subscribe if you haven't, because he needs 100 subscribers so he can get that Vantage URL.
Almost there. I think I need 45 more. 45.
45. It'll come. It'll come soon.
And you need to definitely check out Binh's Patreon. We just set that up a couple of weeks ago. He still has content on his YouTube page, but if you want more one-on-one, in-depth, like really personal videos where you could talk to him for maybe an hour a month, subscribe to one of his 4, levels.
Oh yeah. You can find me mostly on any social media. I'm at Binh Dong, BINHDONG. Or TikTok is solid. I mean, I'm trying to do a video a week over there too. It's at Binh there, donged that. And yes, it means exactly what it sounds like. And on YouTube, I'll leave a link down in the description. It's Binh Dong too. And well, thank you for staying for the crazy. And until next time.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you paused. I was like, what's going on?
Rolling right now. We're gonna do a mic check. Rabbit. Oh yeah. Okay, I hear you, Mike. Ooh, someone that knows. Okay, video starting in 3, 2, 1.